Hello there, everyone. This is Neko here, getting ready to play Planet Crafter. And I'll show you from the last episode, which I showed you how I was planning to build it, was my 5,000 rocket storage facility. And I thought about it, and I kind of missed out on it. And I was thinking, why not make it over 9,000? Yes, Dragon Ball Z. I was thinking about that. I was watching Dragon Ball Z, and then I remember their little over 9,000 quote, and I was like, I'm tempted to do that. But no, we're keeping it 5,000 because that's 5 rockets, 1,000 per rocket. So, you know how if you watched last episode, this facility was glitched into each other for some reason. So I went ahead and fixed that, and this is how high of a difference that glitching into each other made. So this is now out of place. So first we have this is the hallway where we walk down, and this is the wings that we go to. We've got the currently I'm needing so much iron because three iron per locker, and I need 200 lockers per zone. So that's 200 times 3, 2, 4, 6. That's 600 iron. So I'm going to be stocking up on quite a bit of iron right now. But the idea is this. You come in and you go over to here and you look for whatever you need. Then you can go around like you're shopping in a shopping mall. You can go through this aisle. Then you can go over to this aisle. And then over to this aisle. And then I'm thinking of putting a sign on here saying what supplies you can find for, in other words, this would be like, I don't know, the oxygen rocket. Then we go down the stairs. This one would say like insect rockets. And then again, this little hallway, little setup here goes all the way down. It repeats all the way to the bottom. And there's no longer that glitching effect. So there's a total of 5 stories. So there's a story or 5 levels. This is level 3. This one would have the next rocket. Level 4, the next rocket. And level 5, the next rocket. And this is where the end would be. I'm tempted to put a door here so I can come in at the bottom or come up at the top, whichever I need, depending on that. And I'm also tempted to put a teleporter too. But for now, this is the facility. Right, this episode, there isn't much going on. It's just a filler episode while I gain the materials. Oh, and I will tell you one thing. As I was playing, I discovered a place I didn't know was there, which is weird. Because I'm pretty sure I thought I explored everything, but this, I think, based on the looks, it was from part the waterfall update thing. So I'm gonna need a lot of bees, a lot of super, a lot of mutagens, silica, cobalt, rocket engines, and a few other items and materials. All right. And because this went down all the way to here, I had to rebuild this. I had to build this stairway onto this section here. As you can see, it's not perfectly latched in. In fact, I got to move this forward and over like 1 notch to get it lined up with this one. But that doesn't really matter right now. Anyways, okay. I thought I might have put an extra one there. We're going to go over to that one spot that I discovered, and it also will give you a tour of what I've done over there at that area. So as we're going by, you can see all this crud, and you don't want to try and minimize stacking heaters on each other, stacking grow trees, flower pods, or flower things. Because as all those objects stack together, they begin to produce a lot of lag. It could be, I just know that they produce it. I don't know what causes it. I don't know what's doing it. I just know it produces lag. This isn't the spot, but the where I found it was like right, oop, was right next to like one of these little thingies here. All right, so the spot that I found it is going to be next to a rock, and it's going to be on. There was that rock, so this rock next to the wall. Yes, this rock formation right here next to that the iridium wall. So if you come by the iridium cave right there and you travel along this wall and you look over and you see that rock formation from here, not the first one or the first few over here. You have to be along the wall, and then you come over to this, and then you'll discover this right here. I didn't even, I I could have swore I found or seen everything in here. This is why I think this is part of the new update. There isn't much to it. It's just down into the room, and then you've got the locker, which gets this. And the reason why I know I haven't discovered this is because one, there's the blue microchip. I would have grabbed that. And two, if this was in the beginning, I would have raided the hell out of this for the super and iridium. And I mean, this looks like it's beginning tier items because look, space food. That's yeah, and then beans. This is all like beginner uh stuff. 200 or 300, 400. Most of this stuff I don't care about now. Actually, I'll take that because I need like 600 times 5. So 6 and 6 is 12. 6 and 6 is 12 is uh 2,400. I need 3,000 iron for the project I'm currently doing. And yeah, that's a lot of this will save me. I probably could clean that out and grab the stuff. And then we got the seed here, and then we have this. Our ship has crashed for an unknown reason on this planet. Many of us died on impact, some of us died on the surface. I'm the only one left. I tried to survive, but this land is too hostile. My health is getting bad. I'm going outside one last time to try and find some water. Ecoles, or however the hell you want to pronounce that. This was about 21 years before we showed up. And you got the nice little bed and nice little stock. So supposedly they want to find water, but I would have to be able to pull up a map, but I don't know where the hell they would go to find water. Wait, because I'm assuming if we go to find water for the closest water that that would have potentially been for that time period, we might be able to find more secrets and more loot. But this is what I've currently got going on over here. As you can see, I've got a bunch of trees all around here growing. Some of them in the structure here. Also, yeah, that's impressive. We've got this here, which I found once. I rated it for like the iridium and a couple other items. Most of this stuff I don't really care at the current moment. I might come back and rate it for later, but that's that for now. We're gonna have to grab this because I need every bit currently. So I'm not sure what else, what other hidden places might be out here, and its potential. The reason why I didn't find it before could be maybe you have to start placing down terraformation structures, like stuff like that, around the area, like the trees. And it might uncover certain things like this, but I highly, highly, highly doubt that. Pretty sure I just simply missed it because I was too busy running for uh my super. Normally I would just fly on by through here, just up to there, or take my teleporter. Alright. Well, I showed you a place here. Whether or not it's currently there or not will, for you guys, will determine whether or not uh, building tree spreaders will actually reveal that. Some other things that I need to do is try and grab some gold butterflies. At some point, I need to go and grab more gold butterflies. Because if I can get all of my stuff upgraded to gold butterflies and probably waste a lot of time for golden fish because they're not goldfish, they're golden. If I can get all those set, oh, I completely forgot. Oops. Here, I'm gonna head back real quick. There was one other thing that I discovered too, and that's there's this, if you're looking for plants, that I don't know what triggered it because I don't know what the hell would cause this to happen, but there's a plant over here and it's a rare one I did not actually expect to find. I don't remember where exactly it is at, but it is here, and I don't know what caused this. I think it was back up over towards this way, on a hill. I don't remember where exactly it was, but I do know there's a plant here. I don't know if it was in here. With it being nighttime, I may not be able to find it. Ah, here. This. Look. Plant Volnus. I don't know what triggered this. Because I could have swore I would have found this. I wanted to show you guys that, but it makes me highly curious what the hell's going on. And what has changed and what hasn't, and what happens. Because if they put secrets like that all around, in other words, they want you to spread out your production and start building everywhere rather than focusing in one spot, that would be a smart way to do it. Where you put things where it requires you to put terraforming machines around in order to certain uh reveal certain areas and or new items. That would that would be one hell of a way to get people to spread out their equipment, force them to spread. And if we gave each biome their own individual what do you call it? Terraformation index. In other words, you have a total one and you have mm, most of this don't care. But if you have a total one like Terra formation index, the 14.7 for TTI, and then you had one for desert or whatever you want to call this place, and you had one for the super alloy over here, and you had one for uh, way back up in there, wherever that is, and if you have one for there and one for the balcony up there, in other words, each and every single individual place has its own Terra index. And what you could do with that is give a multiplier. So let's say you have this zone terraformed going, and then you have the desert going. You get like a times two terraforming index bonus, or you get 1,000% terraforming index. In other words, overall terraforming index goes up by 1,000. And then if you add in another biome, it goes up by another 1,000, kind of like the rocket deal, and that would be kind of neat. And on top of that, each individual place, as I suggested, requires their own indexes that reveal certain items, or certain parts of the story. Kind of like how they have the ice caves where they start, or the ice, which starts melting at specific temperatures. They could have that same concept, but for terraforming. So at that point, if we get a certain amount of pressure and a certain amount of heat and a certain amount of oxygen over there, it might cause, let's say, a windstorm, which blows the sand away, and then all of a sudden it reveals a hidden ladder that leads you to a secret base that had, I don't know, all kinds of cool stuff and part of the story. They say blah blah blah, this happened, oh no, we're dying, blah blah blah. Or there's another special zone that I've shown in my series somewhere. I would uh it's over that way, I believe. I would have to get up there to look at it, but there was a special place that I showed at one point. All right, home. I'm gonna have to eventually start setting all these chests up for what they're supposed to be, but that's gonna have to be later. And I really, really would love if I'll grab that. If they gave us a lot more building stuff, because right now, look at all these chips. I just added a new one because I found one. At the current rate, I'm gonna have to get a new whatever you call it, a new chest. But I'm gonna have to figure out where the hell I'm gonna sit it at, because I mean, my room here is kind of compact. I would have to probably put it on display somewhere else here. I have these set up because when they do the amphibians, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have uh display collection displays like this for amphibians, which means I'm gonna want to be able to start setting up a display area for, like, over here, and then maybe one over here, and then one over here, and here, and here, depending on how many displays we get. And maybe, depending on how things go, put some rooms up here to separate out some things. I'm still waiting for the story. I'm also waiting for more stuff to come out. We got my 8 bazillion drones here. Alright. You can see all the trees scattered here. I need to start scattering trees around here. Probably try and scatter some trees in here. Some around here. This is where the special area was. But that requires you to go and do some certain things anyways. Alright, well, let's go give you one last look at the view of the rocket storage, but at a better view, distant view that can show you how big that place truly is. Can we climb up this? There we go. Look at that. I'm thinking maybe I should have squared it out more. In other words, take some of those sections and add it on the side. But still, that is my rocket facility, and it's going to need to be huge, because I've got to get my terraformation index going, because it's taken like 20 years. I'm also got my power tower. I don't know if you can see it from this angle. It's over there behind this. And whenever I get this view, it shows up, at least for me. But I got my power tower over there, and I'm gonna have to add more to it. For now, I'll call it here. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this little filler review episode that filled in everything, basically just a bit of a time waster as I gather materials. Hmm, that was interesting. But as I gather materials for my rocket palooza, I am starting to run out of things to do. So at this rate, I'm gonna have to find a new game to start playing with again. But for now, if you want to see more of this series, make sure to check out the in-screen credits that are coming up. If you want to see other games I play, make sure to check out my channel. I do play other games in the process, like Sons of the Forest and The Infected and several other types. Anyways, if you want to be added onto the in-screen credits like these people, make sure to publicly subscribe. After about 2-ish or so weeks, I'll add you on. If you leave before I reach 1,000 though, I'll remove you off because it's for people who gave me a chance. For now, I'm going to pretty much grind away at gathering materials and start finishing building all my rocket storage places. So, bye bye and see you next time.